Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cozey, your reigning, defending, undisputed 2K World Champion. If you caught the video from the other day, my final point in what I want to see in 2K26 is removing the game from PS4 and Xbox One. Now, I don't think that a lot of you will be happy to hear that. You aren't in the last fucking 3 or 4 years that I've been saying this. But, man, these consoles released in 2013, okay? The hardware was outdated then. We are 12 years beyond that now. The game cannot evolve as long as we continue to support these consoles. I know there's going to be comments saying, "Oh, you don't get it, I can't afford it. You don't get it. You're just rich." I'm not rich. It's been 5 years since those consoles launched, and I've saved money. I understand, and if you are genuinely in a position where you can't do it because you have other things to pay for, or your parents can't afford it because they have to pay for your well-being, for example, I understand that. But personally, being in that position back at 2K15, when I only had an Xbox 360, I did not want 2K15 on the Xbox 360. Why? Because it wasn't worth, it was not worth playing the same shit, right? I was going to wait and save until I could get a new Xbox or a new PlayStation, and then I will play 2K15, the new version. Because remember, 2K15 launched with an old version and a new version. The old version being on the last gen and the new version being on the next gen. I didn't want to play the old version because I've already played that in 2K14. So I get it. If you can't afford it, I totally get it. Okay? But you need to understand that we need to move on. And I would much rather watch videos of the new game instead of playing the same game the next year over and over, when I can literally play the same game. You can keep playing 2K25. It's not going anywhere. Ultimately, these games will not get more advanced. They will not look better. They will not feel better. They will not play better as long as we are still supporting old hardware that was outdated when it launched 12 years ago. Simple, right? It's so simple. Now, what I will add is I think we are getting closer to that happening. Do I think it will be the case for 2K26? I'm not sure. It's hard to say. It really depends on what they do with NBA 2K26, which I believe has yet to be announced. But a good indicator is that EA Sports just recently released Formula 1 2025, and that game does not come on PS4 and Xbox One. The reason being is because I guess they decided it was time. The game looks great, and I'm sure it will continue to advance and evolve so long as we keep that old hardware away. Now, what I'm saying is EA Sports make a lot of sporting games, including FC Football Club, formerly known as FIFA, until they lost the license. But I'm guessing FC 26, which I believe is also still yet to be announced, will probably not release on PS4 and Xbox One. So we're getting on the right track here. But I just want to stress, I'm not getting stuck into anyone, and I'm not saying you have the wrong opinion. But what I am saying is, if you cannot see that it's time to let go, you have a problem. Just look at it, man. The hardware was shit when it launched. It's 12 years later. Other games are already starting to drop PS4 and Xbox One. It's only a matter of time before 2K drop it for WWE, and you could still play your old games. Let the rest of us have fun that spend all this money on this new hardware, and you can still have fun playing the same game like you would be anyway if they continue to release the same game every year on the older hardware. It's not a big deal. And recently I picked up an Xbox Series S for 200 Australian dollars. That's 130 US dollars. It's so cheap to get like a Series S. PS5 digitals exist. There's so many options. Another thing to consider is people will probably say, well, most people are still playing on old gen. I don't think that's true. There are still a significant amount of people playing on old gen, and the reason being is because these companies keep supporting it. However, if they got off their asses, developed a new game, a fun game, a game only possible on the new hardware, then people will upgrade. It will happen. So that point is irrelevant, because what I'm trying to achieve here is a better game. If you achieve that by utilizing the new hardware And then guess what? People buy new hardware. It's not hard to understand. Anyway, I'm going to close off the video there. I know people are going to be coming for me in the comments because this happens every year, man. But we're getting closer and closer. And I can't wait, to be honest. The future's looking good. Anyway, I'm going to close that off there. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you later.